Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We're here at the bike shop and today we've got something really special for you. We're going to be doing a bike check with our good friend Brandon. He's got two really cool bikes that he let us work on for him. One is a vintage Pinarello Treviso. The other is a mystery Bianchi. So hope you enjoy this video. Before we get started, we do want to get the conversation going on these bikes. So if you know anything about either of these bikes, comment below, especially the Bianchi. We really want to get some more information about what this bike really is. So love to hear from you below. And even if you don't, want to hear what you think of the two bikes. So without further ado, let's get going with the new video. Check it out. So I'm here with Brandon, and Brandon let us work on two of the coolest bikes we've had in the shop. So I wanted to do a quick video, and not to mention, we've had a lot of fun talking bikes. Brandon's a bike guy, he knows a lot. So I wanted to get together, do a little bike check video on these two bikes, and let Brandon tell us a little bit about them, tell us the story behind them and what he's doing with them and all that. So the first one we're going to talk about this beautiful Pinarello. So Brandon, what's the story on this bike?
It was, so I traded early 90s Bontrager. It was, I think LX stuff, great tubing, and it had the brake that was underneath the chainstays.
Yeah. And
everything was dialed in, and a guy at the shop said, this dude wants to sell this, $500.
Okay.
And so I just bought the Bontrager. And after I put different bars on it, about 3 months later, he called me and said, there's another guy in town that wants that Bontrager. He's got an old Pinarello. And the narrative with this bike was that it was ridden in somewhere fancy. It's got an Olympic sticker on it.
Okay.
This was the bike they rode in the Giro in '89.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of that's true.
Yeah.
But I'm in bad shape. I need to lose some weight. Those 700Cs, I could only get certain size tires on that. So asked you to put some 650s on.
Yeah, we converted to 650. We built up the wheels. We have some Soma rims on this thing and some Rene Hurst loop pass 650 by 38. So yeah, it fit nicely, and yeah, we were able to convert it over.
And it's real. I love this tape, the bars, the seat. It's just, I'm really excited. It's a super comfortable bike.
Yeah. You haven't had a chance to ride it since we finished it all out.
Yeah, no,
I've been riding it around taking photos of it just because it's such a beautiful bike. And yeah, the bars are fantastic. I think my favorite thing is the gold on here. We were trying, you were like, just pick out a color, and man, we looked at it for a long time. We were trying to figure it out with the, this kind of pinkish purplish color and the green. It was a little tricky, and they were like, oh, gold. And sure enough, man, it ties it together.
It's very muted monochrome colors.
Yeah,
it's nice. Yeah, I'm excited. This baby with my commuter bike, like I'm probably gonna ride this to work.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. About that. And it's got Dura Ace rear derailleur around it.
Cranks, hubs.
Dura Ace hubs, and yeah, these things spin like amazing.
Yeah,
it's so smooth.
I love that their stuff all of those cups can be replaced and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Turned out great. We got a little micro-shift thumb shifter.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And a Nitto stem and Ritchie seat post. And
then wonderful.
Yeah. And you got this Brook saddle. I noticed on your coaster bike you carved the saddle.
Yeah, so you may want to cut this part. I made a huge mistake. I decided, I'd seen some Brook saddles that the edges were trimmed down by design. So I decided to do it on my own. And I did a lot better on the black one that's surly. But when this flexes, without that little extra there, it gets up under your leg a little. So I may have to tie that down with something. But there, mistakes,
it looks cool.
Mistakes were made, but it still feels really nice, so I don't worry about it too much.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm real like.
And the paint on this, actually, it says there's a little. I'll show you. Paint by S. Soderman.
He was the guy that did all. It was their house. Like it was their house paint. Like this was painted in the house paint factory in Italy. So I do know that.
Okay. Man, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it was probably it's meant to be a drop bar road bike, but it if you put a wider tire on it, you put some upright bars, you can ride this thing around and be comfortable. And it's kind of a cool looking bike, and it's super light.
Yeah, it is very. I'm excited.
All right, well let's pause here and we'll take a look at the other bike. Yeah, so this is Brandon's other bike. This is a Bianchi, and I think it's a mystery Bianchi. So what's the story on this bike? Where did you pick it up, and what do you know about it?
Okay, first of all,
yeah, that's cool.
That's nice. Yeah, I was in Flagstaff, Arizona in 2001. I got married in Flagstaff/Sedona. I got there for the wedding, and my in-law said, "We know you're a bike weirdo. There's cool bike shops here." And I went to a shop looking for a Rivendell.
Okay.
There was a shop there that had a new Atlantis and a used all-rounder.
Okay.
Original one. And went to the wrong shop. And as I was walking out the door to go to the right shop, this was sitting there for sale on consignment.
Okay.
It had a much lower, shorter, but really cool, had a titanium profile stem on it.
Yeah.
Real narrow bars, bigger rings, different brakes, and somebody was using it in Flagstaff to commute.
Okay.
And they called the guy. I rode it. I didn't even get to the Rivendell. I rode this, came back. They called the guy that owned it, and the narrative is that he knew a guy at Bianchi. This was made in the Italian factory, and it's custom. And as you and I have seen, not everybody knows about it or gets it.
Yeah.
And I talked to a buddy of mine who said that he thinks that this brake bridge is not Bianchi.
Okay.
And that maybe a dude put this together. But this is clearly not too, like this isn't fence tubing. This isn't somebody's cattle car.
No, it's great tuning.
And that sound down there, it's just crazy.
I mean, the weird thing is there's no markings on this bike to tell us what model it is. There's no serial number on this bike. The paint is Celeste, but it has a blue sparkle underneath it. And it's really weird. We've posted it on the Bianchi Facebook page, and we got a few people thinking that it might be something special, but we weren't for sure. And I'm not a Bianchi expert, so I don't know. So maybe if we put this video out there, somebody's going to be like, yep, this is this, and this, and we'll know exactly what it is. But
that picture you guys sent of that 98 cyclocross.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but this isn't welded.
Right.
It's welded, and the reds are real sloppy.
Yeah.
What I've always loved about this with the parts, and like, I don't think you can even get Mavic skewers anymore.
Right.
Mavic skewers on it.
Yeah.
I love Dura-Ace hubs. I almost wonder if Shimano should have just put XT on it years ago and not even changed it, because these Dura-Ace are the wheels were amazing.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing though was that crank.
Yeah.
That Ritchie 2x9. Which
it's a beautiful.
They only made that for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, Ritchie Logic.
There's not a ton of pattern room for other rings.
Yeah.
But it's just it's so close to the bike and comfortable.
Yeah. Now these Paul brakes, you put these on there, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got Paul front, Paul rear brakes, and those. We were thinking about making this a 650b, but we decided because of not knowing too much more about this bike, we wanted to keep it as original as possible.
Yeah, right? And I love these. And these rear pawls, they modulate a little squishy. Yeah. But they stop so well. Yeah. So it's I can't complain about that. Another Brooks saddle, but this is the newer, whatever they cotton seal, whatever these are. I don't know what they're made of. I was surprised how comfortable that was. Right. But my buddy, he didn't. So he thought this, and he didn't think this curve was very Bianchi. And I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
To be totally honest.
Well, it's got a really nice Bianchi badge on it.
It is, yeah. So if
the
the Shade Tree mechanic put this together, they got all the stuff.
Right. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it rides great. It's super lightweight, and I think it'll be a fun bike to tool around on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we'll find out more about it. Hopefully, if anybody watching this video can fill us in and give us a little more detail, we'd love it. And then maybe we'll do another video at some point once we know more about it. But it's for now, it's yours. You're taking it home. And yeah, we're super excited. Now there's another bike. I'll do another video on the other bike that I actually worked on for you, and then we were able to work a trade out. So I've got a Surly Pacer. What other bikes do you have up your sleeve?
Only other thing I have, the Surly is mine. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of that Surly. I'm glad you guys have it.
Yeah, it's a Surly Pacer. It's hanging on the wall right now, but I'm going to do a little work to it. Probably ride it a little bit. It's
650s on it too.
It's got 650s.
I like. So one thing is I've started looking at old road bikes. Like I found an old Bridgestone RV2. I really like this idea of putting 650s on with long reach brakes on old road bikes.
Yeah, if you can find the right brakes and you've got enough space to move them down, it works pretty well.
So that's exciting. And then what's the other question? I'm sorry.
I was just wondering what other bikes you have.
Oh, well, I have what was yours, that Specialized, that Rock Hopper. And then that's it. Now, I mean, over my career, like you probably have, I've had a Bridgestone road bike. And years ago, early 90s, I had a Mountain Goat Whiskey Town Racer.
Okay.
That was the pink and purple splatter tank.
Nice.
And I break that. I think that's the one I pretzeled and not go with after brakes.
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember for sure, but it was one of those bikes. Yeah.
Okay.
But that thing was all early 90s. That was all RXT. It was what are they making that? True Temper?
Yeah.
True Temper. It was all True Temper.
Yeah.
Really, that was really nice. I wish I still had that and had different bars on it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, bring your Specialized down. We'll do another bike checks on that. And maybe we'll talk about the Pacer at the same time. And well, I really appreciate you letting us work on your bikes. And I love talking to you about bikes. And look forward to, seeing what you come up with, man. So,